Welcome to this explainer. Today we're taking a really fascinating journey into the psychology of thriving. And I mean absolutely thriving, not just surviving, in the years following your 60th birthday. We're going to be exploring some incredible insights curated by Marissa from the Psychology for Life After 60 community. This isn't about slowing down at all. It's about understanding exactly how your mind works during this vibrant phase of life, how to harness neuroplasticity, and completely reframing how you view your own age. So, get comfortable, settle in, and let's unlock the psychological secrets to a deeply empowered next chapter.
Okay, let's dive right into this by putting you in the hot seat for a second. Which of these words resonates most with your current state of mind? Curious, independent, or calm? This is a question drawn directly from recent polls of Marissa's community, and it's just so powerful because it immediately shifts your focus. It takes your attention away from your physical, chronological age and redirects it straight towards your internal psychological state. Your answer reveals exactly how you're choosing to navigate the world right now.
And speaking of identity, when the community was asked what they call themselves these days, the answers were super telling. While retired and still working are those classic traditional boxes we're used to checking, so many people selected starting a new chapter, or outright said, I don't like labels. This data is incredibly revealing. It shows a widespread, really dynamic mindset among peers. Life after 60 is no longer viewed as a finish line or just a permanent vacation. It's a highly active, highly individualized new chapter where you hold the pen.
Section 1. Mindset in your hidden age.
So it turns out there are actually 4 hidden reasons your age simply doesn't match how you feel. Society often tries to tell us that after 60, we're supposed to act or feel a certain way, but psychologically, our internal sense of self often freezes at an earlier, much more vibrant age. If you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, whoa, who is that? I still feel 40 on the inside. Well, that is not a delusion. That is a well-documented psychological phenomenon. Recognizing and validating this hidden age is the very first step in aligning your daily life with your internal vitality.
Section 2. Habits. The good and the bad. Because let's be honest, we have all marched right into the kitchen, opened the fridge, and completely forgotten what we went in there for, right?
This brings up a really fascinating sort of tug-of-war happening in our brains every single day. On one side, we've got these subtle traps, what the source identifies as the 10 habits slowly making you feel old without you even realizing it. We're talking about things like unintentionally shrinking your social circle or just stopping your pursuit of new hobbies. But on the flip side, we have the antidote, 8 empowering things to tell yourself every morning to feel younger. This comparison highlights a massive daily psychological pivot. You can intentionally choose habits that rejuvenate your mind, and it literally starts with positive morning affirmations.
So how do we build this into an actionable routine? Well, it doesn't take massive, exhausting life overhauls to keep your brain strong. The insights emphasize 5 tiny habits that train your brain. Think of these as step-by-step daily mental push-ups. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a daily stretch for your mind. Whether it's reading something challenging, taking a brand new route on your daily walk, or just engaging in mindful observation, consistency is the absolute key to cognitive maintenance. By doing small things differently every single day, you literally force your brain to forge new neural pathways.
And part of those tiny habits involves just being aware of how you process information. A recent community pulse on decision-making styles asked, do you trust your feelings, think carefully, ask someone trusted, or take your time? The crucial takeaway here is that there is no wrong answer. But being self-aware of your own cognitive default, that is vital. Understanding exactly how you make decisions allows you to intentionally try out other methods, which exercises completely different parts of your brain.
Section 3. Exercising your brain. We're going to do a quick mental workout right here, right now.
All right, let's see if we can find the 8 hidden words in this continuous text string together. Don't let your eyes just gloss over it. Actively scan the letters. This specific type of pattern recognition is absolutely fantastic for short-term memory. It directly combats that annoying forgetting while you walked into the kitchen glitch we talked about just a moment ago.
Did you get them all? Here they are. Apple, book, tree, star, car, river, dog, moon. By forcing your brain to isolate individual words out of a chaotic string of letters, you're actively sharpening your cognitive filtering skills. It's so simple, but it is incredibly effective at keeping the mind sharp and focused.
Let's keep that momentum rolling. We just did language, so now let's switch gears to a quick numerical workout. Here's a sequence: 12, 24, 36, 48. What number comes next?
Boom, the answer is 60. Now, what's really fascinating here isn't just the math itself, it's how quickly your brain adapted to recognizing the underlying logic. The pattern just simply adds 12 each time. When we practice these small logical jumps on a daily basis, our brains become so much faster at connecting the dots in real-world scenarios, making us feel way more mentally agile and confident.
Okay, let's throw in one last rapid-fire teaser. We are back to letters for this one. Can you spot the pattern here? A, C, E, G, and then what comes next?
If you said I, you absolutely nailed it. The pattern just skips every other letter of the alphabet. Doing this means you didn't just passively sit back and consume information today. You put your brain to work. These are the exact types of daily micro-habits that build a remarkably resilient, youthful mind after 60.
Section 4. Embracing your next chapter.
It is really important to look at these two critical themes side by side. On one hand, yes, there are the harsh realities of life after 60, acknowledging that this time can absolutely bring loss, physical changes, or shifting family dynamics. But right alongside that, there's the profound psychological piece of learning to truly enjoy living alone. It frames independence not as some kind of isolation, but as a hard-earned freedom. By facing the tough truths head-on, you literally clear the psychological space to discover immense joy, serenity, and self-reliance in your own company.
Which brings us to our final big takeaway. You've got the tools, you know the affirmations, and you've done the mental workouts. The rest of this chapter is entirely yours to write. Take these insights, use them every single morning, and step into tomorrow with a younger, stronger, and far more resilient mind. So, knowing all of this, are you ready to train your brain for a truly vibrant next chapter?